Hi, my name is Francine and I have ovarian cancer. We don't know how long I have, so my job right now is to make every day count. All right, this looks so good. Kris made this quesadillas with chicken and the fixins.
Yeah?
Yeah, always.
I don't know. I've had some failed attempts before.
I don't know. Not with me, I don't think. Man, I have something in my head that I swear is going to come out great, but I can't find a recipe for it.
I've mixed up 2 recipes while I was making them. It did not turn out well.
Oh, hybrid.
Mm-hmm. Fusion cuisine in the worst possible way.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is good.
Good.
So we have come together tonight. Besides dining, we do have a chore we have to take care of. Neon is here now. Well, not at this moment. Neon is with their mother right now. And what we're looking to do is put together some chores just to make the house run a little smoother. Also, give some responsibility to Neon, which they have not had at home. Well,
I mean, they take care of
the
their
other
own
home.
stuff at home, at mom's house. They take care of their own laundry,
Mm-hmm.
and they frequently have to make themselves food. But and they take the dog out.
That is survival.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she really doesn't cook. Neon probably cooks more than she does. Well, we've already decided Neon would cook at least once a week. I think we could do 2 meals a week. Doesn't have to be both dinners. Thinking one that they would like to learn something new because Neon seems to enjoy cooking, which is awesome. Maybe look for a new recipe that they're excited about in that book.
And we can do it on the weekend.
Yes. And then something that is easy, like the pancakes. So 2 meals. I mean, it could even be a lunch to make us some tuna salad, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So do we want to make a calendar list? Pardon my chew, but this is really good and I'm hungry. That would include all of us, like certain nights that we empty the dishwasher, or do we just chip in on that? Do we just ask Neon, can you empty the dishwasher tonight?
Sorry, I think I was pretty hungry as well. I didn't mean to leave a long hanging pause there.
That's what the editing software is for.
Yeah. This is missing some avocado.
Oh, didn't think of that.
Couldn't find any good ones.
Too much fiber for me anyway. I mean, I could take a little bit, but I'd have to see what else I had today. Although I feel like I had a lot of processed food because we were out. We went to IKEA today. For those of you wondering, we didn't take you along, but it was a nice day.
There was some good conversation in the car.
Probably some conversation Neon would not want it published.
Well, that's what that's what your editing software is for.
Well, then it wouldn't have been as interesting. Why don't I write down the actual chores first that we...
That's a good idea, because I don't really conceptualize it like that.
So I just don't know if I want to see like this fast regimen.
Yeah, like, this rigid.
Yeah, like where, I guess that's my turn, because you cooked, or, I don't know how to make that look relaxed and still signal Neon it's kind of like your turn. And I don't want Neon to have kitchen chores every night either. I'd rather to see Neon have a job, but I don't know if that's going to happen this summer at all. So the purpose of this is to get something together so we can have a family meeting with Neon. Let's get out of the kitchen for a second. Neon has vacuumed and mopped the floors before. Hi, everybody. So we got the neon situation pretty much squared away. We haven't had the talk with them yet, but they're just a great kid, and I don't foresee any problems. I just want some organization, I guess, because if you're just staying for the summer, it's no big deal, but we do want to show them some life skills that they haven't been getting. Construction zone. I don't think I've ever knocked a cone down. My claim to fame. Alright, so I'm really glad I have this feature now. It was always blocked where I had the mount before, so you could only see the back side of the mount. This whole time I could have just moved it. So I haven't gotten any test results from the PET scan yet. But I'm going to the ortho today. My shoulder's just killing me. I think I'm just getting old and falling apart. Just time to patch things up. My Aunt Doris thought anything that needed to be fixed could be covered by duct tape. Yeah, I wish it was that easy. I'd just cover my whole body with it. No, that sounds painful, actually. I've been thinking in the last couple of days to take charge of some things and tie up some loose ends. For instance, retaining an attorney for changing the custody order with Neon. I'm really hoping that it's just paperwork that we are needing help with. But you just don't know. So it's good to have one. But I'm having problems getting people to return my calls and emails. So I have a couple of requests out there. And I think that I will probably be making another one if I don't hear from this last one. I mean, I've given almost a week. And at that point, you start to wonder, is that someone you really want to work with? So the other thing is that, as you may remember, I have been trying to help Compassion and Choices organization, compassionandchoices.org, with the Death with Dignity laws in New Jersey. Because if we can get them to actually allow outside residents in, boy, that's big. That would be huge for me personally. And along with the organization, we had written an op-ed to send to the media. I know I keep saying op-ed, but I was corrected. So, unfortunately, I didn't hear back from the media either. And then I didn't hear anything back from the organization. So I finally reached out and said I was sorry that, nothing came of that, but was there anything else that I could do? And I got an email back pretty much right away that they were sorry as well, because my story was pretty hard hitting, coming from a patient that would have to otherwise go very far away to hasten my death one day. So what she also said was something I already knew that I also wanted to talk about, was that their people had just been so busy working with New York at the moment that they had put Jersey on hold, but that she would introduce me to a new group. I don't know if it's turnover or what, but some new attorneys that are going to go back to the Jersey project. And in New York, the law has passed, which was really exciting. And I may have mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, but it's passed everybody except for the governor's signature, which apparently is not going to be a problem. So it's unofficially official that New York now has the death with dignity and MAID program. So that is very exciting, because she also mentioned something I didn't know, that there are not residency restrictions. They didn't even have to, I guess they fought for it, but Oregon and Vermont, neither of them started with that rule. It took a lot of pulling teeth to get them to allow outside residents. And that means a lot to me, because if I can't get into New Jersey, I still don't have to go all the way up to Vermont. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still probably a 5-hour trip. And I have to think about that. I mean, it's not huge to me, but it does make a difference. And I like the doctors in Vermont. I don't know. Now that I'm actually thinking out loud, does it make a huge difference to me? I don't know. It's a couple hours drive, I guess. It's silly. I won't see Pennsylvania in my life. I just don't think I will. But I could still see a trend coming, and maybe coming to Jersey. So, of course, I'll do whatever I'm able to do to help. The other thing I wanted to take control of is my therapy. I've had like 23 or 24 sessions now. Sorry, I like to focus on my driving first. I've been thinking about this for a couple of weeks now. I'm not sure what else I'm getting from the therapy. I mean, I don't have any goals. There was some goals about forgiveness to my parents for my ridiculous childhood. But we didn't actually even get there, because we were working on some other stuff, just general staying in the moment, general stuff about what's going on now and how my cancer affects my life, and coming to some of that acceptance. But I think that I've come as far as I can go with this gentleman. I mean, he's wonderful. I've really enjoyed just going to talk to him, but we're just chatting at this point. And I basically said, listen, I feel like you and I should take our spouses and go out to dinner sometime. That's, there's almost like it's getting too close. I know more about his life probably than I should, but I'm the one prying. He's not like overstepping his bounds. I just ask a lot of questions. So he agreed. I mean, there's no diagnosis as far as depression. I'm fine. So we came out of his room, and as I was giving him a hug, he said, it would help if you were just said something derogatory on the way out. We just do this banter. So after I hugged him, I said, you're the worst therapist ever. You can't even be on time. And I just berated him on the way out the door, and he was just cracking up. There were no patients in the waiting room, thank God, but I'm sure that his colleagues heard from their offices. So he'll have some explaining to do. But it's nice to have a therapist that you like. And if you can't relate to one, you shouldn't have that therapist. Same with any doctor, but especially, I think, with a therapist. So I may go back into therapy. I would probably see someone else. But for right now, I'm fine. I would have to really find some new goals to work on. But yeah, we were getting to the point where we're about to swap some recipes, So what are you making tonight? So I think that friends are great to talk to, but not at that price per hour. I think I want a person who's, I don't know, doesn't like me so much, I guess. And but no, it's good to like your therapist. It's important. It's important. And it's always obviously been professional, but I just don't know how far we could really go at this point. And I don't feel like I'm wasting my time. He's fun and everything else, and he's a good therapist. I mean, he has given me sound direction and pointed some things out, and I really appreciate that. So, all right, I got to get going. I'll see you in the next clip. Okay. I don't need this in my life. Not right now. I just do not need this in my life. Okay. I have a new doctor on my team. I didn't need that in my life. So I saw the orthopedist specialist, and I need to know how the heck to get out of here. Okay. Hang on. Okay, so they took me in and did an x-ray before I even met the doctor. Doctor's very nice. I was thinking bursitis immediately. Here, have some PT. But apparently the rotator cuff is involved, which is kind of funny with the activity I do. You can't promise that the rotator cuff is not torn, but what it is showing is an inflamed rotator cuff that has some crystallized calcification on it. And because of these calcifications, it sets me up for a tear if I don't already have one. And I could have a small tear, but what we're going to do is the logical thing. Is he gave me a topical and some lidocaine, or if that is the topical, and then there was like a couple things. He rubbed the skin, then he sprayed the skin, and then he shot me up with cortisone. It didn't hurt. Whatever numbs it did its job. But I'm just keep your fingers crossed for me, because I don't want to have surgery on it. So I follow up in 2 weeks. I'm going to be taking a anti-inflammatory, and I'm going to do some physical therapy, and then we'll see where we're at in 2 weeks. But yeah, this is my world. I'm just getting old. Can't help it. I know a lot of you people watching this are, going through a lot of the same things. Getting older ain't for sissies, as they say. And it is a privilege, but it's not always great. It's not always a great thing. And I've seen people take care of themselves their whole life, and their golden years are anything but golden. And I'm not really one of those people. I didn't take care of myself. I didn't take care of myself as good as I should have. I take better care of myself now than ever, really. And I ain't perfect. Anyway, that's the update for that. Hopefully next video I will have an update with the PET scan results. But yeah, got a new regimen. All right, I'll talk to you later. Be blessed, because you're blessed. Just feel it, okay? Just feel it. Love you all. Bye.